wait. Are you here to stay? Are you here for 30 reviews in 30 days? We're going to talk about the book. You hold it up. Hold it like that. Very good. Hi friends, we're back today for another video in the series 30 reviews in 30 days. Today we are discussing... You can't cry on camera, okay? Today we're discussing this memoir from stand-up comedian Gina Yashere. She is of Nigerian heritage, grew up in England, and I got a chance to see her perform, not live. I saw her skits on YouTube years ago. So I was really excited when the publishers offered me a copy of her memoir. And this reads exactly like I expect, because she talks a lot about the background to some of those comedic skits that she's famous for. She does a routine about her Nigerian mother that will be really familiar to you. Okay. You can't sing Baba Black Sheep right now. We're making a video. The Nigerian mother routine. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. All right, go finish play with your water table. Okay? Go scoop up the water. Go scoop it up and put it in your water table. And then you could come back for a picture. Okay? Yeah, go. Yeah, scoop up your water and then you come back when you finish. All right? Yeah. Bye. Bye. You're adorable. Bye. Bye. You want the people to see you? But don't put that in your mouth. And show them that you're fishing. Yeah, you fish. Mommy fish already. You fish now. Catch a fish. She is completely in character, down to her fishing boots. We're calling those fishing boots. Yes! Good job. Those are her rain boots that she refuses to take off, even though it's not raining. So I thought it would be great for fishing gear. So we're talking about Gina Yashere's memoir. Like I said, this is the memoir Cack-Handed. I don't know if I just swore by saying that, but she does explain what this means. She's left-handed, and in Nigerian culture, I guess in a lot of African traditional culture, the left-handedness is discouraged. They use their right hand to eat and to greet people, and they do important things with their right hand, so the left hand is reserved for the undesirable things like wiping your bum, which I think is where the cack comes from, the caca. I hope I'm not cursing in another language. In any case, she talks about kind of being the underdog in a lot of ways, and how she has used that, how she has triumphed over that to become a really successful comic. Not just a female comic, not just a British comic, not just a black comic. A successful comedian in her own right, regardless of who you line her up alongside. The memoir focuses a lot, it's really heavy on her early life. She talks a lot about her origins, growing up in the projects in England. She talks about her parents separated, how they met, how her mother decided to leave Nigeria and go to England because there was some jealousy in her father's family. Her father is a polygamous man her grandfather, her mother's father, was a polygamous man in Nigeria, and his first wife, her grandmother, died because she thinks that other wives were jealous and poisoned her. So she wanted to send her daughter to England away from whatever kind of envy may have been in their household. And so that's how her mother got to England, and that's how she decided to stay there. Even when her husband got a little discouraged by the discrimination and prejudice that immigrants face, as well as a lack of opportunities just in general, and her husband decided to go back to Nigeria. So Gina's mother decided not to. When I say her, I'm talking about Gina's mother, because she does talk a lot about her mother. This is a memoir. You know, like I said, she's talking about her life. She's talking about why her mother made some of the choices that she did, how she decided not to divorce her husband because that was taboo. But eventually she had another man. She had another man living in the house with them. And Gina talks about having a stepfather. And she calls him a really derogatory phrase. But she talks about how difficult it was because he hated on these other children. Eventually her mother had another child with this man, but how he divided them, separated them, treated them extremely different. And she goes into details about some of the hardships that she faced in the home as well as outside because of her stepfather, his viciousness. So this is pretty heavy on her early life. If you want to know why she maybe became the person that she did, this is the book to read. It doesn't give a lot of detail on her current life. As an adult, Gina Yashere identifies as lesbian. She talks a little bit about that, but it's not focused on her sexuality. She does mention how difficult it is, or difficult it was to kind of come to that awareness, come to that acceptance because of her upbringing, because of her culture. But you know, eventually she says she had to just kind of come to terms with certain things. She talks a little bit about the pressure from her society, the discrimination that exists between black people of different ethnicities in England. She talks about the racist slurs that are tossed her way by people of Caribbean descent because they see her as different. So she gives a lot of that background, but like I said, she does mention, but she doesn't spend. But like I said, okay, all right, give me a minute, okay, let mommy finish. All right, but yeah, she talks a little bit about, but she doesn't. The bulk of this book is not focused on her comic career. She does talk a little bit about it, but that's maybe like the last 70 or 100 pages. She does talk about how she got into comedy. Bye. So yeah, she does talk a little bit about her career. She talks about how difficult it was, or difficult it is, to become a star as a comic. She talked a little bit about the hardship, about her mother's desire for her to become a doctor and what that was like. Telling her mother that she didn't want to be a doctor, she wanted to be an engineer, and eventually her mother's acceptance and passing that desire onto her younger sibling. But you know, she talked about trying to be an engineer and some of the discrimination that she faced on the job. But she does talk, of course, about breaking into the industry as a stand-up comedian, about some of the hardships, about some of the successes. And so it's a really interesting story. It's a really interesting memoir. If you have a chance, I'm going to try to link her YouTube channel down below. Because years ago, like I said, I saw her skit when she went to the Apollo. She did Showtime at the Apollo, and I thought she was hilariously funny. I saw this with a friend who's I saw this skit with a friend who's no longer an active part of my life. No details to follow. but we thought that she was just so funny. So we spent some time researching her and kind of following her career. So it's really a pleasure to be able to read her memoir and see her successes. You know, and she doesn't sugarcoat things. I feel like she includes some places where she doesn't look good. She talks about starting a fight with a woman. She talked about you know, her father's attempt to try to connect with her as an adult when she'd become successful, and how, you know, it wasn't what she wanted, and so she entertained him for a little bit, but she wasn't completely receptive to what he wanted. And so she includes these things that don't make her look good. And so I think that this is a pretty complete memoir. I do want to read more of her story, and I like how she ends the story. I like how she ends the book with an epilogue, and she says, nobody reads epilogues. Who wants to read more after they've read the book? So I'm just going to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed my story. In fact, I hope enough of you enjoyed it so much that there's a demand to hear the next chapter. So much to tell. If not, it was a fun ride while it lasted. And I thought that that was a really appropriate way to end the book that includes, it's like a nod to her Nigerian background, but in a humorous way. I love how she includes these chapter titles that are like African proverbs, and she weaves that into her narrative. So it was really funny. And so I'm going to recommend this one. Like I said, I got this complimentary copy from the publishers. This was published by Amistad. So I got my copy for free, but I'm going to put the link down below so you can go check it out for yourself if you're so interested. British Black History in the United Kingdom. Okay. UK Black History Month is coming up next month, I think. So if you're looking for a book to read for that, then maybe you want to check this one out. So thank you so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Let's chat in the comments. And until next time, happy reading. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Separating and her father going back to 3 bags full. 1 for the master, 1 for the dame, 1 for the little one who lives down the lane. Is that you? Ba ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. Ba ba, black sheep.
Ba ba ba.
3 bags full. 1 for the master, 1 for the dame, 1 for the little one who lives down the lane. Ba ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. Show me 3. 1, 2, 3. Show me 3 fingers. Show me 2 fingers. Show me 1 finger. 1.